Hi everyone, it's Liz from Plant One On Me, and welcome to another episode. Today I'm going to be cooking a dish with an ingredient called farro. And a lot of you might not know what farro is, but it's this really great ingredient that I really like. Here's what it looks like. It's a grain, and it's an ancient grain, and it's filled with protein and antioxidants and vitamins and things like that. So it's a really good one. It tastes nutty, and so if you've never had it, it's really good, and I'm going to give you a recipe today. I'm using about 2 cups of farro, and the other ingredients I'm going to use are cherries, which is kind of a weird ingredient for it's going to be like a side dish, you know, but it's really good, so it's going to be like a sweet and savory. I'm going to use 1 cup of diced mushrooms, a cup of olives, and I've mixed green olives and Kalamata olives. So whatever olives you like, as long as there's no pits, it's fine. And I slice them up so that they're not whole olives. And 5 cloves of garlic. And this is about a half of a red onion, smaller red onion. I have a teaspoon each of salt and pepper, and 1 tablespoon of cinnamon. It's a lot of cinnamon, but that's really part of the flavor. So I really suggest you don't omit this. But you're not going to believe how simple this is and how really delicious it is. So I'm going to step over here and turn on a flame and put in just a little bit of olive oil. Maybe for those people who like measurements, some people really like that. Tablespoon, probably about a tablespoon. It's kind of a guess, but it's not exact. Unlike baking, it's not an exact science when you're cooking, you know, tablespoon-ish. And here's our garlic and our onion. Now I've used red onion. You could use white onion if you prefer, but some chopped up onion. And I'm just going to saute this just for a little. So if you've never had the farro, it's kind of has the same amount of protein as quinoa. I personally like it better. I like the flavor better, and it starts off looking sort of like wheat berries, and when it's cooked, which by the way this is cooked, it looks more like barley-ish. So I've cooked it ahead of time, and I recommend that you have it already cooked so that this dish will go quicker. So maybe that's why it's so quick, because I already cooked it. But you could buy the kind that you have to, you know, soak or rinse and then cook. You could cook it in an Instapot or some other way. I buy this one, which is microwavable in 90 seconds, so it's really quick. So it's kind of a shortcut, but I like it. Otherwise, it takes kind of a while to cook. So if you look for that in your store, some instant kind of farro, that'll be good. So you could hear that this is now going. I'm just going to do it for maybe another minute and let the onion soften a little bit, just for some flavor. A lot of recipes start off with onion and garlic. Okay, I am going to add the cherries. These are dried cherries, and you know, you can use raisins or currants or some other dried fruit. I personally like cherries, so that's why I use them. But if you don't have cherries or you just prefer something else, you're not limited to cherries. I think the idea is just sweet. Have something sweet in the olive. And like I say, you could see that it's a combination of olives, green and Kalamata olives. I'm going to blend those in. So I just put in the 1 cup of diced tomato and kind of stir that around. Smells really good in here, guys. And then I'm going to put in the cinnamon. So this is 1 tablespoon of cinnamon, salt and pepper, 1 teaspoon each. And let's go ahead and blend all of that. And finally, I'm going to add the farro. And this is a really nice side dish. You could serve it as a side dish. You could, you know, bring it for a potluck or something, and it's really something unique and different, and I have served this many times and people really like it. So I try to, I'm breaking up some farro. I try to serve things that I know taste really good. I'm not experimenting with you guys. These are all my recipes are tried and true. I've served them, I've cooked them, I've eaten them, and they're really very good. Okay, so I'm shutting this off. Get rid of all of this stuff. And I am going to go ahead and put it in here. The hot pan. Okay. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to bake it. I've been preheating my oven to 350. And I'm going to bake it in an oven. And I'm just putting it in like a casserole dish that I'll bake it in. And then I think it's going to be really nice. After 20 minutes, you take it out and there you go. So it's not really a very difficult dish. You could see it was really easy to make, and you just have all your ingredients ready and it takes no time at all. So there it is. And stick it in my oven. Through the magic of video, when we come back it'll be done. So let's just wait 20 minutes. So here it is. After 20 minutes, I just took it out of the oven and it is done. And you can see it just kind of, it was already cooked, but it just kind of a little bit darker color. It smells so good in here right now. So I really hope you try it and you love it, and happy cooking.